As a woman, now unfortunately in her mid-30s, I can confirm that money is a key issue throughout your first 2 decades of adulthood. You are released from the education system practically clueless unless you had a parent that was fortunate enough to have some money know-how. Regardless of what is happening in schools now, financial education for millennials was non-existent in schools. As a result, we are now left to piece things together and work it out for ourselves. Luckily for you though, financial education is my passion. My name is Charlotte Jessup and this is the Looking After Your Pennies YouTube channel. I am on a mission to bring financial education to those that missed out. Through my channel, I teach about saving money, making money, investing, pensions, and a whole lot more. But today, I thought I would work on a few basic tips to see your finances through your 20s and 30s. So let's jump in. Number 1, make knowing your finances a habit. During childhood, we don't have to worry about money. Then you enter the world of adulthood, whether you go straight to uni or into work, and suddenly have a heap of responsibility. There can be a tendency to ignore what is going on, either because your money stresses you out, or because you have enough of it not to worry. Isn't that nice? Either way, there is a benefit to getting intimate with your finances. Rather than taking a passive role in your money story, you should get in the habit of being upfront and taking the wheel. Know what you have coming in and when. Know how much you're paying in tax. The balance of your student loans, your gas and electricity bill costs, and more importantly, schedule the time to regularly check up on these. You might want to check your bank balance once a week to see how your spending is going. Check your payslip monthly to ensure that something hasn't slipped past that was unexpected. Look for a better deal on utilities annually and switch if there is a better offer out there somewhere. Leveling up of your understanding of your money will help you make better decisions with it in the future. You'll know if you can afford that new games console. You'll know whether or not you can afford a car on a monthly repayment plan. And it will help with things like mortgage applications too. It looks great when you know your monthly figures inside out. So number 2. is save for annual expenses monthly. There are real benefits for paying for things annually rather than monthly. The main being that it will save you money. Some good examples of things that you can do this for includes car tax, car insurance, house insurance, council tax, TV licence, and then other such things such as Christmas and holidays. You will save by paying for these in one payment rather than opting for a monthly direct debit. But you can get the benefit of monthly payments and the one-off payment discounts if you are smart. Opening savings accounts for each of these items and paying into them 1/12 of the cost each month will mean that you save money as you go. It's also a great way to budget your money more effectively. If you know you like a holiday once a year, then save for it every month. Then you'll have the money ready when a good deal comes your way. You can take this one step further and create saving spaces for future spends, such as replacement washing machines and new boilers too. You don't know when you'll need to buy these items, but you'll be grateful that you had the money there ready when the time comes. Number 3, get investing. So disclaimer, this is not financial advice. You should do your own research on investing or seek expert advice. Remember, with investing, your money can go down as well as up, but you really should look into it. The younger you are when you start investing, the better. And this is thanks to compound interest. Compound interest isn't that impressive over the space of a couple of years. But when you give it 10, 20, 30 years to get to work, it can have a massive effect. And realistically, it's the only way to beat inflation. Typically, inflation hovers at around 2%, or at least that is the government's target. Currently, it is over 3%. So in order to ensure that your money has the same purchasing power in the future, you need to be growing your money by more than inflation. And there is no savings account out there that is offering that sort of interest rate. There are lots of ways that you can invest your money. Some choose property, but one of the easiest ways to invest is in the stock market. I have several videos about this, so go and take a look at the other videos on my channel. Number 4. Don't ignore your pension. So this leads on nicely from all this chat about investing. Pensions are investing. Largely due to the fact that pensioners are old people, we think that thinking about our pensions is something that we should do when we are old. Many people don't worry too much about retirement planning until they are well into their 40s or even their 50s. And unfortunately, it's hard to make too much of an impact at this time. Most, not all, pensions are just a wrapper around investments, meaning that when you pay into a pension, you are investing. Like I just said, investing works best when you give it as much time as possible. Paying into your pension in your 20s and 30s is likely to have a much bigger impact than making the same size payments in your 40s and 50s. Also, if you're employed, the chances are that your employer will be paying into your pension too. This is your money, and it's essentially a deferred pay rise that you can access in your late 50s. Opting out of your pension in your 20s and 30s would mean not only giving up years of compound interest, but also employers' contributions too. Number 5, focus on making money. Your 20s in particular have the potential to be some of your best years for making money, or at least laying the foundations for making money in the future. This is because you have the most freedom to work without having family constraints, whether that's from children or from elderly parents. You also have the energy to work. Long days at the office, followed by a couple of hours working on a side hustle, isn't too bad when you are young. But even now, in my 30s, I'm finding the prospect of long days of work exhausting before I've even thought about getting out of bed. Even if the pay you are receiving now isn't the best, it is a great time to work on your skills to improve your job prospects in the future. The thing is that learning to be frugal and saving money is great, but it really only has a limited impact on your financial situation, whereas your earning capacity is unlimited. There is no upper limit to how much you can earn. Therefore, if you make that the focus in your 20s and 30s, then it puts you in a great position for the rest of your earning years. So there you have it. These are my top 5 financial tips for people in their 20s and 30s. And I like to think that I am practicing what I preach and will continue to do so in the future. What tips would you give to those in their 20s and 30s? Let me know in the comments. And while you are there, make sure you hit like and subscribe to keep my videos showing up in your feed. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!